Welcome back to Excellent Rides. It's me, Donnie. I'm here with Zach down in Philadelphia today. We're here at the Simeone Auto Museum to check out the awesome race cars they got. Originally, we were supposed to come down here to pick up parts for his car, a Trans Am, but that didn't go so well, did it?
No.
What happened? What happened, Zach?
The guy sold the entire car.
Yeah, so we were gonna get a hood and a steering wheel because the one in the car is kind of really nasty, but yeah, he sold it.
Yeah, he did.
So there's that. So now it's just gonna be race cars instead,
Now let's
which
get
is
inside.
awesome.
I gotta piss.
Same. This is the first car you really see. I'm not even sure what it is. 1909
Underslug.
American Underslug.
Oh, slug. I read it as underslug.
This is an inline four-cylinder that's almost 10 liters and it makes 60 horsepower. So trust me, don't think of your Buick as slow anymore, please.
Fucking $4,000 in 1909.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
How many horsepower is that thing?
Your feet. As we come over here,
This thing's.
it's one of the earliest racing cars.
I want to know how you get 0.8.
How do
41.8
you-
horsepower.
Oh, because they can measure it on an engine dyno. That's why. I've actually never seen one of these. I thought this was actually a Renault. Or the front end almost made me think of a Franklin at first, but it's actually a Renault Racing Roadster.
It's a death trap.
It would be in today's world.
Oh, good old 30 horsepower.
1908 Stanley Steamer. I actually quite like Stanley Steamers. They're actually pretty cool. This.
We're getting there. 40. We're moving up in the world.
What, in horsepower?
Yeah.
You know what blows my mind? The engines are so huge and they made so few horsepower. It's incredible. But then again, they just tried making things to be
Fucking
efficient.
Bearcat.
Oh, yeah. The red car here, it's a Stutz Bearcat. See, I don't think this might be, well,
Old.
it is a racer. All I had to do was look there. And if I turn around quick, there's images and pictures everywhere. This is my favorite museum by far for specifically one big reason that will be shown in shortly. Mercer Raceabout.
I don't know about that one.
To believe it was souped up.
That's,
I would say
that's souped up.
I don't think this would be souped up. I think this would be stripped out, if anything. It's like barely. It's a chassis with an engine and seats.
Look at the jump. 34. So we get to this thing.
34 horsepower to a
Broke
Duesenberg
into
race car.
triple
Wow.
digits.
Oh yeah, Duesenbergs were big. This has 8 cylinders. 3. See, this is what I don't understand. The first car down there, well, first gasoline car,
Thing.
was almost 8 liters. That was 4 cylinders. This is 3 liters and it's 8 cylinders.
Looks like a.
Cars confuse me
I
sometimes.
can't say what I think it looks like.
A phallus.
Yes.
Yeah, let's just go with that. First car to ever have 4-way hydraulic brakes. That's actually really interesting. America's first international win. Oh, I'm not surprised it's for the Duesenberg. Is that?
Is that what the inside of that looks like?
I think that's supposed to be an engine and transmission, which they're absolutely massive. Which again, there's the giant picture in the background, which has actually been colorized.
January 1948. It was a beautiful car. I'd never seen a right-hand
Oh, okay.
drive car.
Oh, it's an Allard. I've seen these things, not in person, but very few pictures of
It
them.
was so unlike
They're actually kind of interesting. I know nothing about them.
And I do remember all winter long.
Well, it actually has a Cadillac V8 in it. Okay.
The,
Oh, this is one I could tell you. This is actually an MG, which is a British car.
This is the thing I can't fit in.
Huh. Also, something I pointed out to him that I like is it shows all the cars in the background. And then if I zoom in, that silver convertible, I believe, is actually the prototype Buick from the 1940s, I want to say. that General Motors made is like a design Q car, but I could be wrong on that. So does this next car that I'm about to show look better to you in person?
It looks a little less silly,
Okay.
but I
By
don't
the
know
way, this
why
is
in
what
the
this
photo-
is. Now, the car that I'm about to show is realistically the big reason that I even wanted us to come down here. And if money was no object, I had all the money in the world, this would be the tippy top of the list. Absolute number one car I would buy. The prototype 1964 Shelby Daytona Coupe. One of the 6 actual cars. I'm almost shaking just seeing this thing. I'm so excited. It's one of the 6 actual Shelby Daytona Coupes, and it's the only one still in its original shape. All the other 5 have been restored and accounted for. And what's crazy, this thing was actually shoved in a lady's garage, sat there for like 30, 40 years, and then the museum here actually bought it for like $4 million or so. And I only found out that they had this maybe 6, 7 months ago, and I've been wanting to come here ever since. Absolutely incredible. Like seriously, I mean, I can't, we came here because we had to go past here to use the bathrooms, but like I was literally crying when I saw this. I was so happy. This thing is an absolute masterpiece. I absolutely love this car. Just the scenery that they put for the cars is just absolutely incredible. But yeah, this if I had all the money in the world, this would be the number one car that I would personally buy. I love this car so much. I'm perfectly fine with getting a replica one. I don't have a problem with that. Okay, I didn't realize that. In Haggerty's historical vehicle registry, this is number one. This was the first one. They've done like 30 or 40 some odd cars. This was the very first one they did, which very fitting, honestly. But wow, that is absolutely incredible. Yeah, it set speed records back in the day.
Well, that's my thing.
Okay, I didn't know. I actually didn't know the salt flats were in Utah.
This next one looks like it went under a bridge and got happy.
Oh, that's because it's a speedster. God, that car is absolutely perfect. I love it. Now, sadly, moving on, that is an Austin Healey, which I was one of those kids that would say Aston Healey.
Austin Powers.
This one's a Roadster, which...
How do we jump from 300 to fucking 90?
Oh no, that definitely made... Oh no, that made more like 400 horsepower.
Well, it said 3 something on the thingy.
Oh, but those made more like 400 horsepower. But those things were really dominant in Le Mans, and there was a whole controversy when they were designing it because the back of it is just pretty much just lopped off like it is versus like this car just being like perfectly smooth. This one they just chop it right off. It pretty much was like a big deal, and somehow it actually made the car faster. And then other cars started doing the same thing.
This car raced 6, 12, and 24 hours. It was the first American car to win the World Championship in the GT class. And from that standpoint, it's very, very important. There are 8 to 10 guys.
There's all the records that they actually set.
I read World Stock as Woodstock. It's like, what?
Now we're around the corner to the first car over here, 1928 Riley Brooklyn. I have never heard or seen one of these before, but it looks like a lot of cars that came out at the time. It looks pretty cool. Oh, I see something much more modern. They put header wrap around the exhaust system. It actually looks pretty decently original. 1938 Jaguar SS 100. That is a very sharp car. Quite like that a lot. It was a sharp car. Is this? Oh, this is a Bentley. This is a Bentley supercharged. What? This is a supercharged Bentley. Oh my god. This is one of the actual 4-cylinder supercharged Bentleys. Dude, look at that. 4 cylinders with a root supercharger, which is what's sticking out on the front. Because it's probably crank driven. It made 182 horsepower. This thing was a speed demon back in the day.
This is something you die driving.
No, this is something I would absolutely kill to drive. I would
It would
absolutely
also
drive
kill
this.
you.
Well, we don't talk about that. What is this? Doing the hill climb trials. The fastest 1 to 4 passengers. It looks like it's bare metal. I think it is.
You're gonna have to help me out with pronunciation.
Oh, it's a Vauxhall.
Okay.
$100 mph car. Wow.
One of these cars I see upcoming, I swear you steal in GTA 5.
Is it the silver one to the left?
Yes. I
Yeah.
swear you steal something like it.
Yeah, that's a Mercedes 300 SL. Gold wing. This is a 1927. Or at least it says 1927 Nürburgring. This is the oldest pair of BMWs I've ever seen in my lifetime. Wow. And look how many are up there. Those things look really nice. I can't even lie.
That's good when you just strap down the hood.
Oh yeah.
You just strap it.
It's not 1927. 1937 BMW 328s. Oh, so I guess the 328 still lives on, but it's very, very different today. Now another one of my favorites, the 300 SL Gull Wing, because those doors pop up like a DeLorean. 215 horsepower. And God, is it beautiful. They look perfect in silver and damn near any color. Okay, now we're on to the next section. This is huge. This is massive. 1925 Alfa Romeo. That is a big, beautiful car. Ooh. Hello, what I'm assuming. Targa Florio. Hello, what I'm assuming looks like another Bugatti. Or I should say just a Bugatti. Bugatti Type 35. I know people build replicas of these cars all the time. Oh, the Mille Miglia. Then the car next to it, 1929 Alfa Romeo. Boy, they really knew how to build good-looking cars back then. 1933 Alfa Romeo Spider. Ooh. That is a sexy beast. With 2 other Alfa Romeos? Yes. 1937 and 1933. With something else hiding in the corner back there. What is that? I can't even read what it says, but it looks interesting. We're back at the front now. And there are these absolutely 2 gorgeous Ferrari, I'm guessing Indy cars. And next to them is this Bizzarini P538. I would have an absolute blast driving this thing, but I would probably die. But holy cow, that thing looks absolutely incredible.
It also looks flat.
Yeah, it does look flat, like someone sat on it in the center.
You cannot convince me that old race cars were just go-karts with bigger engines.
Yeah, I mean, they
look at
pretty
this
much
thing.
were. Yeah, this thing's a go-kart. I mean, look at that's a chassis with a V12. A V12.
This is how you die.
Yeah, a lot of them did. A lot of them did. This is a 1949? What? Made 155 horsepower of that V12 is not even 2 liters in size. That's the body for it. And then there's these much newer Ferrari engines. I'm not sure what that V12 is out of, but it looks incredible. This, I have an idea, but I could be wrong. I think this might be from the late 80s, early 90s Ferrari Testarossa because they used the flat 12 engines in those. It's interesting. I could be wrong though. 1936 Delahaye. Some sort of Bugatti. It's an actual Type 57. Zach, another car you see in GTA. Old Bugatti. 66 Corvette Stingray with a big block. Oh, now we're getting into real horsepower numbers. Absolutely beautiful Plymouth Superbird. I don't know why the thing for it is all the way over there, but I can see that it has a 440 Magnum with a 4-speed. Now, the car that you're in front of is the one that I did not know would actually be here. That's incredible. If I'm correct, this is actually one of the 1963, I believe, Corvette CO6s. I think they only made 6 of them. Yeah, I don't know why there's like nothing here for it. Like, this is kind of a big deal for this car because I'm guessing it is what I think it is. That looks like the small block Chevy that would have come in it. I'm guessing. I have no idea if the engine is out of it or not. I'm assuming, considering the criteria cars that they have here, that this is one of the actual 1963. I believe they were called the Z06s, but I could be wrong. I think they only made 6 or 7 of those. That more than likely is the engine for it. Now, this is one that I've wanted to see for many years. That I first learned about this thanks to Forza Horizon 1, 1956 Jaguar D-Type. This car looks absolutely tremendous. Will I own it? No. Does it look great? Yes. Is this? Oh, this is wow, that's a very old Aston Martin. Holy cow. 1936. What? That's a looker for sure. Ooh. What are you? You look interesting. You're missing your windscreen or windshield. Oh, it's a 38 Peugeot Daromat Le Mans. It's a Delahaye. 1936/48. I don't understand that one. Oh, hello, Ferrari. Or I'm extremely wrong, and it's a Talbot that I've never heard of before in my lifetime. Talbot Lago. Ooh. Here we go, Ferraris. 375. That looks really good. Ooh. Maserati. Hello, hello. I like that one a lot. 1956 Maserati 300S.
Oh, one of these cars. I forgot what one it was. I wanted to ask you something.
Ooh, hello. This is the original Ferrari Testarossa. Wow. That is incredible. Again, these pictures look absolutely awesome. That's a very, very, very famous and very valuable Mercedes race car. Very, very, very. This one, I like how we go from the 50s to almost the 60s, because this is a 1959. Ooh, here we go with 60s. I could be wrong, but this might have raced against the Ford GT. I mean, it's a 63. Since this thing lived, they probably used it the next year. They did pretty good. Oh yeah, it did race against the Ford GT. Yes, I see your hand is there. Thank you. I like how it's red with blue seats.
Yeah.
That's just that's interesting. Oh, the Porsche people are gonna lose their minds. I don't even need to read it. I already know this is the Porsche 917 race car. This thing, excuse me, is just absolutely bonkers insane. What is that? That looks absolutely incredible. Oh, this is another Stutz. Next to it, DuPont. These things are kind of funky looking. Oh. Now my Ford side's coming back out again. One of the actual GT40s that race at Le Mans. Wow. I don't know why it's happening so far out.
Drove it? So I imagine this isn't the one that what's his face drove.
No, this is not the one that Ken Miles drove. That would be the Gulf livery one. Wow, this is. This is the Mark IV GT40 when they change it up a good bit. It looks way different. It might have been faster, but if I'm gonna be honest, that's the GT40 in my mind. Now we enter the winner's circle with some absolutely incredible Le Mans winning cars. Like this 1927 Mercedes Sport Wagon. This is probably one of the most absolutely famous Le Mans winning cars and race cars of all time. The 1936 Bugatti, the Tank. That's absolutely incredible.
What the hell is that?
1938 Alfa Romeo. 1952 Cunningham. So every time I hear Cunningham, I think of the kid who bought Christine. 1958 Aston Martin. Could this be the one that Carroll Shelby drove to victory in? Who knows? This place, absolutely awesome. Would absolutely 1000% recommend coming here. It's really cool.